Your carry-on bag, the one that has been on dozens of flights with you, it's been your trusted travel buddy for everything from weekend trips to long-haul journeys. And you have never, ever had a problem with it until now. Last week, my trusted carry-on bag cost me $75 at the departure gate. I thought it was just another routine flight, but it turned into a battle with the gate agent over a bag that's always been my go-to. The airline hit me with a massive fee, and it turns out I'm not the only one. It could happen to you as well, if you're not aware. Airlines are cracking down, and they're cracking down hard. The unwritten rules of travel are being rewritten right in front of our eyes. And that little bit of grace that we used to get, it's gone. What worked last year, 2025, what fit in the size of last month, might just get your bag sent to the cargo hold and your wallet emptied at the departure gate before you board that plane. So, I'm going to show you exactly what has changed, what the airlines are really looking for now, and how you can make sure excuse me, this travel nightmare does not happen to you. My experience wasn't just bad luck or a cranky gate agent. It's part of a huge industry-wide trend that's gotten way more intense recently. From the budget carriers that we expected from to the major airlines we thought we could trust. Enforcement has become aggressive, systematic, and completely unforgiving. So why the sudden change? Let's be honest. It's all about money. Those extra fees, the charges for anything that isn't your basic seat, have become a goldmine for airlines. Globally, baggage fees pull in billions of dollars, and airlines are realizing that they can squeeze even more out of us by being super strict with carry-on limits. Every bag that they force you to gate check is pure profit for them, and usually at a ridiculous last-minute price. But it also is about efficiency. As more of us try to avoid checked bag fees, we are bringing bigger carry-on bags and on the plane, and that leads to that frantic scramble for overhead bin space. This whole process slows down boarding, which can cause flight delays. To keep planes on schedule, airlines are now policing the overhead bins with an iron fist. They're using this crackdown to manage cabin space, speed things up, and you guessed it, generate billions of dollars in extra cash. The casual, it'll probably be fine. If you have that approach to carry on luggage, that has officially ended. It's dead. Flying with a bag now requires a strategy. And I'm all here for it. Are you ready for the solution? Here we go. To avoid those fees, you have to know what they're looking for. And the game has changed. And it's not just about whether you can totally fit your bag into that metal sizer at the gate anymore. You have to fit two. They have to fit two, I'm sorry. Here's a new checklist. First, the dimensions. The standard for most major U.S. carriers like Delta, United, American is 22 by 14 by 9 inches, which is about 56 by 36 by 23 centimeters. But here's the crucial part that's tripping everybody up. That measurement now absolutely includes the wheels, the handles, and any bulging pockets. That little bit of leeway you used to get with a soft-sided bag, forget it. Gate agents are trained to spot bags that are overstuffed, and those are the first ones they pull aside. Even if the tag says carry on, if it doesn't slide into that sizer without a fight, it's getting rejected. Second is weight. This is the silent killer, especially on international flights. While most U.S. domestic airlines don't really weigh carry-ons, it's becoming standard practice in Europe and Asia. The limits are surprisingly low as well, often between 15 and 22 pounds. That's about 7 to 10 kilograms. That might sound like a lot, but pack a laptop, a couple of pair of shoes, toiletries, and chargers, you'll hit that limit way faster than you think. Some airports even have scales built right in at the departure gate, leaving zero room for any arguments. Third is the personal item. This is the new battleground. That backpack or tote bag that you bring on for free, it's not a mini carry-on. Airlines are enforcing the under-the-seat rule with zero tolerance. It has to fit completely under the seat in front of you, not sideways, not sticking out into your foot space. The general size limit for airlines like Frontier or Spirit is around 18 by 14 by 8 inches. But overstuffed backpacks are now a huge red flag for gate agents. If it looks like you're trying to cheat the system, they're going to call you out. Finally, a quick word on liquids and batteries. The 311 rule has not changed, but many airport scanners are so advanced now that they can spot violations more easily without you even taking your liquids out. And a critical reminder, power banks and lithium batteries must go in your carry-on bag, never in your checked bag. Some airlines are even cracking down on smart luggage. If the battery is not removable, the bag isn't coming in the cabin, period. Okay, so I know this is a lot to take in, and it's frustrating, I know. But honestly, it feels like it's designed to be that way, if you ask me that. Trying to remember every airline's specific rules and all the little tricks that they use is a full-time job. Since you all asked for this kind of video, I've put together the ultimate carry-on travel bundle to make it easier for you so that you don't have to memorize all of this. In this bundle, you will receive printable cheat sheets with every major airline size and weight limits as it relates to the carry-on. A 2026 enforcement checklist so that you know what to watch out for. Video guides with my favorite packing techniques. And my ebook titled The Carry-On Only Blueprint. This is everything you need to make sure that you never pay an unexpected baggage fee ever again. The link will be in the description below. Grab it today so that you are fully prepared for the next trip. You're going to thank me later. Let's continue. All right, now for the good part. How do you navigate this new aggressive landscape and actually travel without the stress? It all comes down to being prepared and knowing the specific rules for your airline. Let's break down the carriers from the friendliest to the most ruthless. On the least aggressive side, you have airlines that still mostly use their eyes. Southwest Airlines is still a fan favorite for a reason, offering a more generous carry-on size of 24 by 16 by 10 inches and no hidden fees for it. Delta, United, JetBlue, and Alaska Airlines all stick to the standard 22 by 14 by 9 inch limit, but they rarely weigh bags on domestic flights. Their agents tend to flag only the most obviously oversized bags. American Airlines has a bit of a different approach. While they still have the official size limits, they often rely more on agents' visual judgment to flag bags that clearly won't fit, which can be a double-edged sword, depending on the agent that you get on any given day and the mood that they're in. In the moderately aggressive category are airlines that are more likely to pull out the scale. Hawaiian Airlines is one of them. They enforce a 25-pound weight limit, so keep that in mind for those longer flights. International carriers like the Philippine Airlines are also quite strict with a 15-pound, which is 7 kilograms, limit that they actively check, trust me. And then we have the most aggressive airlines, where you should assume every rule will be enforced to the letter, to the T. Frontier and Spirit. Oh, I can't stand it. They're in a league of their own. Their cheapest tickets only include one small personal item. A regular carry-on will cost you, and that fee can jump from around $60 to nearly $100 if you dare to pay at the departure gate. Agents are known to be ruthless here. So an inch too big or a pound too heavy is going to cost you. Other international budget airlines like Ryanair or AirAsia are just as strict, often with tight combined weight limits for your carry-on and your personal item. So what can you actually do? I'm glad you asked. Tip number 1, do a pre-flight check at home. You absolutely have to do this. Get a tape measure and physically measure your bag, wheels and handles included. Buy a cheap digital luggage scale and weigh your packed bag, especially if you're flying internationally. Do not guess, please. Know your numbers before you even leave the house for the airport. Tip number 2, master your packing strategy. Wear your bulkiest clothes, your jacket, your hoodie, your heaviest shoes onto the plane. They don't count towards your allowance. Use packing cubes to compress clothes and keep your bag from bulging, which is what catches a gate agent's eye immediately. If you're close on the weight, shift heavy items like power banks into your jacket pockets. Tip number 3, navigate the airport gauntlet. What do I mean by this? Check in online and walk straight to the airport security. The fewer interactions you have with airline staff before the departure gate, the better it is. When it's time to board, don't rush to be the first person in line, especially with a borderline bag. Agents are often most vigilant at the start of boarding. If the flight is full, they might ask for volunteers to check bags for free. This is a great way to avoid a fee if you don't mind waiting at the baggage claim later when the plane lands. Tip number 4, choose the right bag. Hard shell suitcases are a gamble because they have no extra room to play with. A soft-sided bag or a travel backpack is often a safer bet, as they tend to draw less attention. In fact, many frequent flyers swear that even a large backpack is questioned far less than a rolling suitcase of the exact same size. It is quite obvious that the travel world is changing. But being prepared is your best defense. If this video helped you understand the new rules of the sky, do me a favor and hit that like button. And I really want to hear from you. Share your own airline horror stories in the comment section below. Have you been slapped with any fees that were unexpected? Let's help each other travel smarter. Here's what it boils down to. The era of winging it with your carry-on is over. The rules that used to be suggestions are now policies that are strictly enforced to manage space and, of course, make money. You can't just assume the bag that worked for your last 10 flights will work for your next one. No. And again, measure and weigh your bag at home. Pack smart and wear your heavy items on board the plane. Check in online and pick a bag that doesn't scream overweight. When you know the rules better, better than they do, the power is back in your hands. By being strategic and prepared, you can avoid the stress of travel, the arguments with the gate agents, and those infuriating fees. Thanks for watching. And please don't forget to grab the Ultimate Carry-On Bundle right now. It will help you to get prepared. And you'll be glad that you did. Travel should be about the destination, not the battle to get there. Travel smart. And don't give them a single extra dollar that you don't have to. All right? Take care now.